Hey everyone, Red Rebel Jeff Jones here, and in this video I want to talk about the Enoch Burke situation and I want to give my thoughts on it. Now before I get into it, please like and share this video to give it a boost. So here's the story. In June of 2022, Enoch Burke was suspended from his position at the Wilson Hospital School in County Westmeath after he objected to use the preferred pronouns of a transgender student at the school. However, after he was suspended, he continued to return to the school to continue his work as a history and German teacher. Seeing Mr. Burke as a disruption, the school asked the court to issue an interim injunction against him, which was granted in August of 2022. Now this injunction was basically telling him to stay away from the school, to not show up. However, Enoch Burke continued to go to the school and he was promptly fined for each day he returned. I think it was 30,000. But after he kept repeatedly returning to the school, he was imprisoned and later released when the school went on summer holiday. Now, when the schools came back just recently, I think it was last Monday, he was brought back to court and re-imprisoned after he again went back to the school. Now, just to kind of break a bit of a myth here, the idea that's going around is that he was imprisoned because he was refusing to use a student's preferred pronouns. That's not the reason he was imprisoned. He was imprisoned because he kept breaching the court order to tell him not to go back to the school, but he kept going back, and that is why he's in prison. Now, but a lot of people then say, but the reason that court order is there was because of the suspension, which is because he refused to use someone's preferred pronouns. Now, the suspension was given pending an investigation into his conduct. So, the school actually hasn't made a decision on whether his objection of using a student's preferred pronoun was actually in breach of their code of conduct. So I think the fact that they went this far with it, I kind of get the sense that they wanted to target him a bit. I don't know that for sure, but that's kind of the sense I get from it. So what are my thoughts on this? First off, let's talk about the freedom of religious expression that Enoch Burke continuously brings up, because as an evangelical Christian, the use of preferred pronouns goes against his religion. And it does actually make me wonder, if this was a Muslim teacher, because it's against their religion as well, would they have gone anywhere near this far, or would they even have suspended a Muslim teacher for this? I don't think so. I think they had a bit of a vendetta kind of against Enoch Burke because they don't like him. Now, I do think Enoch Burke's kind of strategy of repeatedly returning to the school is a bit stupid, to be quite honest. I kind of half understand what it is, because it is publicity. However, I can't understand what it's properly accomplishing with this, because it can only be used against him in the investigation of his code of conduct in terms of the use of preferred pronouns at the school. So that's only working against him in that case. Now, I think the school went way too far in terms of getting an injunction against him. And I think that kind of does show that the school is not. They'll try to use the law against people they don't like, and that's kind of where one big issue with this comes from. Because I'm not the biggest fan of Enoch Burke or his family. I think they're all a bit mad, to be honest. They'll make some good points, but I think they're all a bit mad. But I think kind of going after him the way they have is actually amplifying his message. And we get people around the world saying this is wrong. That no one should be in jail, directly or indirectly, for objecting to using someone's preferred pronouns. And this is the thing with pronouns for me, I will just add. I see, if someone asks me to use their preferred pronouns with courtesy, if they respectfully ask me, I have no issue with using them, to be honest. Because I see it in kind of a similar vein as nicknames. If you ask me to use a nickname for you, sure. But if you demand that I use preferred pronouns, that I have an issue with that. Because you're actually trying to exert kind of tyrannical control over someone else's speech. And I think this is kind of along the lines of where this has gone with Enoch Burke with the injunction. So what do you guys think? Share your thoughts with me in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear them. And if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button and do not forget to subscribe to keep up with my latest videos. The whole Enoch Burke situation is really interesting to me. Although I don't think it's going to... I'm not sure how it's going to pan out, to be honest, because if the investigation that the school is conducting sees him as not breaching the code of conduct, then they're screwed in terms of, so why'd you go all lawfare on him with the injunction? I think if he is found to be in breach of the code of conduct, then that's breaching his freedom of expression rights. So I think the school could be under some serious trouble there. So I think the school has really cornered themselves here. No, I don't think Enoch Burke has helped himself by repeatedly returning to the school. I don't think the school can come out of this in a good light. Especially given the controversial situation around trans ideology and freedom of speech with the hate speech bill. This will only fuel the free speech side, which I think is a good thing, because that hate speech bill needs to end. It needs to be thrown out. Now, do I think Enoch Burke will come out of this unscathed? Do I think he'll actually come out strong? Don't know. Probably not. I am actually kind of curious though to see what happens.